And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us with those guests that we've just had. And now we'd like to introduce a few more of our speakers who weren't able to join us the other day, but are able to come on today and join us more so that you'll be able to know more about who is speaking at the Inspiring Hope, Health, and Healing Conference in Branson, Missouri, August 20th to 22nd. So right now, I would love to introduce the beautiful Lotus Richey, and she's going to share a little bit about who she is and why she's decided to speak at our conference.
Hi, and thank you for being here. My name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I am awesomely happy to be here. I'm the CEO of Lotus Richey Ignites. It's a coaching and consulting company, and we help just entrepreneurs all over the world get in front of people that need their message. But most importantly, I'm here for this message, the hope, health, and healing message. You know, most people don't take time to focus on their own health. And when I was growing up, I was the type of person where I just loved life and I loved doing great things. But one thing that really takes me back is when I was 6 years old, I was at a babysitter's house. And I was there with her grandson because she had a doctor's appointment to go to. And now, this was not the normal thing, but this young boy, he must have been maybe 11 years old. He actually violated me. Yes, I was to many a victim of rape. Yet, I decided that I wasn't going to be a victim. I was going to be a victor. And it was really hard. I had to have a lot of hope because this young kid said, if you tell anybody, I'm going to kill you and your family. And I was 6, so I believed him because his parents worked for the mafia. And I suffered in silence for over 15 years and only told one person, and that was my sister. And I swore her to that secret. And at that point, I didn't know that holding those type of secrets affected us on a cellular level. But I still had hope. And it caused me to deal and act with people differently. Even though I had that hope, but I was lacking the healing. But eventually I learned to heal because I was able to talk about it. I was able to get it out. I was able to share my nightmare, my trauma, and my heartbreak. And one thing that I learned is that as over the years I strived, and even when I went into the military, I'm a Navy gal, that's right, I was still suffering because I had not gotten the healing. Because I hadn't begun really talking about it.
Hi,
really
this
healing
is Jill
from the
Rao.
inside out. But I tell you, when I was able to talk about it with someone who understood, with my therapist, and finally with my parents, it made all the difference in the world. That's when the healing started to happen. I had the hope and I had the healing. But I wasn't really still healthy, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Because after all, when things like that happen to us, we ask God, we ask people, why did this happen? And sometimes we embrace the thought of being a victim. And sometimes in that moment, we are victimized, but we can be victors. And so I'm happy to be a part of this amazing event that Jill Reynolds has wonderfully put together, the Hope, Health, and Healing Conference. Because it took me to have hope and to start talking about it so I could really start my own healing to become healthy. And as I shared earlier, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'm happy to be the MC for this amazing event. And I challenge you to ask your friends and family members, people you know and care about, to join this amazing event, because you never know who needs hope, health, and healing. The life we save may not only be our own, but it may be someone that we love and care about. I'll see you there in Branson, Missouri for this amazing event, Hope, Health, and Healing. Bring a friend.
You're amazing, Lotus. I just absolutely love you. In the audience, you guys were going to just be amazed that she is the best MC of any event. So thank you for your transparency in that story, Lotus. We love you so much. And Hillary Gooden, I would love you to unmute and come on and tell us a little bit about who you are, our wonderful, amazing Hillary Gooden from Chicago, Illinois.
Well, hello, everyone. I am Hillary Gooden, your Vibrant Life Coach, lymphatic health coach. Also, I'm an author and speaker, and I happen to be a pastor, too. And so I empower busy women leaders with strategies to transform their health and peace, because I know that health and peace, to me, they're like a two-sided coin. If you have your health, you can have some peace in your life. If you don't have your health, your peace is going to suffer, and vice versa. And so I have found that from being someone that had an experience all the way back when I was about 11, 12 years old, going out to just do a simple thing like buying a hot dog, ended up being an incident that stuck with me because it caused me, there was a conversation that was had, that 12-year-old self had a conversation that evening. And during that conversation, I was challenged about an answer to a simple question. I know I answered the question correctly, but yet I was challenged as to whether or not I was sure. And it made me doubt myself. It made me wonder, why wasn't I applauded for having the right answer in the first place? Now, being a child, I decided somewhere in my psyche, because I really didn't remember this incident until many years later. Somewhere in my psyche, my mind decided, I'm going to help you, and no one's going to laugh at you again, even for being having the right answers to simple questions. I'm going to protect you by muting you. So for so many years, I didn't enter into conversations that I clearly could have. I was muted. I was so many, but it showed up in my life as being shy. That was the word that I used. Oh, I'm just shy. And everybody said, oh, she's just so shy. But inside of me, I had lots to say, but I just wouldn't. I hold it in, so I didn't want anybody to laugh at me. And that was the narrative that I spoke through my teen years, my 20s, my 30s, all the way through. And then one day I became, this made me think later in my life, what could I have done with my life that would have been more had I not muted myself and cared so much about what other people think. But I was at my desk one day having lunch, and the thought of that night came back to me as though it had just happened the week prior. And I said, wow, I remember that night. I remember that conversation. And that's when I started saying, I don't like people laughing at me. I didn't say anything because I didn't want people to laugh at me. What if I say the right thing and they laugh at me? That was my narrative my whole life. That's when I began to change. I began to, know that I needed to change because I was no longer that little girl. So with everything that I've gone through as being a leader, and that was challenging for me to be a shy leader. But yet, that's who I am today. I am a bold, confident, courageous leader. But life lessons have brought me to this place of being who I am today. And so I know that you have to still have hope. That's what I push and I help other people with, having hope. Because without hope, life can be really complicated, really challenging. I know that when you're looking to have health, good health, better health, vibrant health, you need to have some peace in your life in order to obtain that healing that you may need, whether it's emotional, physical, I think I just said that. But I know that hope is something that we all need. Like Jesse Jackson used to say, keep hope alive. And I found myself saying that in the last few months more than ever before. And that's what I've been talking about. And then Miss Jill came along. So I got this program coming up. I would love for you to be a speaker, Hope, Health, and Healing. And you know, that's right up my alley as a Vibrant Life coach, and as one that helps other people to go for it, to know that you've got the power to help your body, help you, help your mind, help you live a more vibrant life. That's why I'm there, and I'm excited about all the other speakers as well, because we need each other. And so that's why I'll be there. Hope to see you there. And I'm thankful to be a part of this amazing event, Hope, Health, and Healing.
Well, thank you so much, Hillary. And we are so blessed that you will be joining us. And so I'd like to transition now to the amazing Shirley Lou from Virginia. Welcome, Shirley.
Oh, thank you so much, Jill. When Jill came to me and had mentioned about being a part of the Hope, Health, and Healing, I was like, man, I got to be a part of this thing. Because one of the things that, in my life, again, my name is Shirley Lou with Shirley Lou and Associates. I'm actually the CEO and founder. And my story it's probably very unique, and some of you guys experience out there. My husband had died with a tragic death. So being the widow of three, mother of three, I decided, to get into the financial industry. It was one of those things as a woman, didn't know a lot about finance because we kind of leave it to faith and, hopefully our husband took care of us. Well, that didn't happen. So I recognize the unique challenges that exist for women today, front and center, believe it or not. So therefore, I want to, be able to empower, teach women across the globe and in the United States that, to know their money, to know the various educational platform of enrichment programs, so how they could do better. We want, be able to be the voice and, being able to be the ladder so that I reach down and then help others get up, or if others are down, So to me, Hope and Healing is a platform where I think it's pretty unique in its sense that we kind of share our stories, how we could advance in life, how you could be at one point low, but yet you could become somebody. I always believe, you could be a pawn in a game of chess, but then you can transform into a queen or kings. So with this platform, what you guys are providing is that it allows people to express their worst inner fear, where they feel they can't get out of anywhere, but yet there's hope at the end, there's healing at the end. And there's also health, with everything that you've got. So I love the ideas. I love the platform. I'm so honored actually to meet all the speakers here. Oh my God, are you kidding? With these speakers that are about to be on the platform, it's just incredible knowing that, Lotus, oh my God, she's going to be the MC. She's a bomb, and at the same time, having Paul and the rest of you guys being on this platform. And to me, it's an honor itself to network with some of the most powerful people. I believe birds of feather flocks together. So let's make this happen, and let's make it an exciting event. I'm looking forward to it. And hey guys, if you haven't registered, you need to register, because this is a place you don't want to miss. Thank you.
Awesome. You rock, lady. I'm so glad I've gotten to know you. So we are excited, and we are going to go now to St. Louis, Missouri, and introduce you to Mark McCloskey. If you can tell us, and your beautiful wife, Patty, will be there with you. So come on and tell us a little bit about you, Mark.
All right, I sure will. My name is Mark McCloskey. I'm a lawyer in St. Louis, Missouri. But mostly I'm here because in June of last year, God came knocking on my door, disguised as 300 angry mobsters. And we took a stand to protect ourselves. And it rang a bell in the minds of people around the country. But mostly what it did was it gave us an opportunity to give back and to contribute in a way that we would not be able to do before. And so, I'd been a lifelong Republican. I'd never run for office before. I'd been living kind of a comfortable life as a not unsuccessful lawyer in St. Louis. But all of a sudden, my wife and I made a decision that we needed to give back. We needed to contribute. And we went on the Trump campaign, and we spent last fall going from town to town and giving presentations and doing 7 to 10 rallies a day. But it gave us an opportunity to get out and just meet ordinary people all over the country, people whose lives experiences range from every possible aspect of life. And you know, the thing that made clearest impact on me and my wife, Patty, was that every day we heard stories of the personal intervention of Jesus in people's lives. Miracles that had happened to them, not big dramatic things, not burning bushes or great bolts of lightning coming down from heaven, but just God speaking to people in a subtle way, sometimes not so subtle ways, where it made their miracles happen, where it made a dramatic improvement in their lives. And we just felt more and more of a calling. This was something that God was commanding us to do, and that this was our life's work. And so I'm now running for Senate from the state of Missouri, and we've just had this tremendous outpouring of support. And every day still, I mean, I'm sitting here with this plastic bag of knit crosses. Nice little old lady came into the office yesterday, gave us a $25 contribution, said she'd never contributed to anybody's campaign before, but gave us all these knitted crosses to hand out to our clients and our friends and our customers. I mean, how long would it take to knit all of this bag of crosses? Hang on. Second bag of crosses, all right? It's just like that. And it's given us an opportunity to meet wonderful people all over the country. And on the topic of hope, we hope that we can draw the country together, that we can support our God-given rights. And that's the basis of my speech wherever I go, is that we are human beings made in the image of God and endowed with God-given rights that we need to respect, we need to glorify, and that we need to recognize that each of us as individuals have God-given merit and right, and that we're all one human race, we're all one human being, and that the health of our country is dependent on that healing of drawing us all together for a common cause to be the best people we can be in the eyes of God and contribute what we can to our home, to our family, to our country, and to our Lord. That's why I'm happy to have an opportunity to participate in this conference.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Mark. And I'm just so inspired because I just do feel like all of us need to come together. It doesn't matter what race, religion, political party you're from. We just all together need hope, health, and healing. And I'm going to just bring Lotus back on. She's our MC one more time. She's going to make one more comment, and then we're going to go on to Paul and then Karen. So Lotus, come back on one more time, would you?
Well, I am delighted. Wow. I tell you, this is amazing. I have sat here and listened to these dynamic speakers that are going to be on at this event to inspire, empower, and support you with hope, health, and healing. So be sure to join us in Branson on August 20 through the 22nd. Yeah, it's a 3-day event, so make sure you're there. Click the link below. You're going to see a link down there. Click on that link and register now, and we will see you there. Woo! Let's do it, guys.
We shall do it. And coming on next, I am going to bring on Paul Meadows from Kentucky. Paul, come on to the spotlight and tell us a little bit about you.
Hey everybody, my name is Paul Meadows and I'm a music pastor from Louisville, Kentucky. And in 2019, in January, I suffered a major right brain stroke that left me paralyzed from the top of my head to the bottom of my foot on my left side. And as you can tell, I'm completely healed. And one of the awesome things that I'm excited to share at the conference in August is that you can survive. You can be restored. You can be healed. It might be progressive, but God is capable to bring everything back to you. A result of my stroke is that I had to step down from my job. I was a music pastor at a very large mega church here in Louisville. And I lost the ability to be able to stand on stage and function at a very high capacity. We're live on TV every week at 11 and on the radio. And all of that stimuli firing at me at once caused me just to almost black out. So I stepped down from my job, and I had to watch the Lord, or I had to yield myself enough to God to trust him to rebuild my life. And I don't know where you're going to be at when you come to the conference, at what state your life is at, but I can tell you this: God can meet you where you are and completely restore you above and beyond. And I'm just thankful for the opportunity to share what God really did the last 2 years. Some of the stuff really sounds make-believe, and I would love to share it today, but I'm going to save it for August. And I just want to encourage you to step out. If you're wondering if you should come or not come, just come. God's got a word for you this August for hope, health, and healing.
Thank you so much, Mark. I'm just blessed to know you, and I'm really, really excited you're coming, because your story is amazing. There's so much more to a story, you guys. You're going to be so honored and blessed to get to know this man. Plus, we are going to convince him to get up and lead us in praise and worship, because I can't wait to hear the voice and just see.
And I will talk slower. I promise I will talk slower.
No, you're fine, but I want to hear your gorgeous voice and how God has healed you. So
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and Paul too. You got to just meet Paul, because he has the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm 67, so I'm not saying that as a young woman, but he does.
You might need better glasses.
No, Paul. God's done some spiritual stuff in your eyes, because they show the Holy Spirit, that's for sure.
I'm glad.
Yes. Okay, well, I'm going to go next to our last beautiful speaker, Karen Fox, who had to work earlier but just jumped on. So I'm so grateful, Karen, if you could share a little bit about who you are and why you decided to do this conference in Branson.
Thank you, Jill. I appreciate this opportunity. When I look back, my life is most would say have not been pleasant, and I look at it a little different. I consider it happy detours. You know, we don't like it in the middle of it, but as we go along, we look back and we go, that's exactly where God needed me, and that's where I needed to be. And I went through, first of all, took us 15 years to carry a child full term. Then having an amazing child, we were in a accident. I was driving, hit ice, and flipped my vehicle and caused that child to have a traumatic brain injury and go from straight A student to having to work extremely hard for everything she gets. And yet she's in ministry today and just graduated with her bachelor's degree. And, God is just an amazing God. And I would like to say hope is one big thing, but I think of hope as little things. The thing that keeps you going, the thing that just says you can make it, you can make it. And I think every one of us in life have been through traumatic things. We go through things daily, but it's how you look at them and what you glean from them. What did you learn from them? And so I look at this as an opportunity to share my dose of hope that I've been given through life. And I can't wait to share it with the rest of you.
Thank you so much, Karen. And I am so blessed that I had been given the opportunity through finding you on Facebook, and that God brought us together, because I just know you're going to rock. And you live in St. Louis, correct, Karen? Mm-hmm. Yes. So you and Mark have to definitely connect. Mark is a St. Louis man too, and he's running for state Senate in Missouri. So
actually, U.S. Senate.
U.S. Senate. I'm sorry. Thank you. U.S. Senate. Thanks for correcting me, Mark. And you guys, I am just even more filled with hope, health, and healing today by hearing these amazing stories. And for everyone out there listening, Branson, Missouri is wide open now. The mask mandates have lifted, so you have a choice. You can wear a mask if you want, and you can choose not to. The theater we're having in is large, so there's plenty of room, and we just pray that you'll come to Branson. It is gorgeous. We're in the Ozark Mountains with lakes, mountains, and we're right down the theater, which I just found amazing, is called King's Castle. So just, think about that for a moment. God brings me a theater, and it happens to be called King's Castle, which just blows my mind. And then when we could not figure out what price to charge, one of the women speaking had just written a book and was given the revelation that the number 8 represented new beginnings, and the number 4, she said, represented the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and you. So we came up with $84. So we feel like the price was ordained by God. So we're praying that you'll all come to this event. But should you not be able to come for any reason, please extend a blessing onto someone else. Branson is a city with a lot of employees here that work at jobs with minimum wage. And so many of the people in Branson want to come, but they might not be able to afford $84. So please register today. There's a tab that says, I can't attend, but would love to sponsor someone. So please give the gift of this hope, health, and healing to someone else. Lotus and Hillary were with me when we did a virtual live in March. And one girl who came on, I think, is one person who's given me more hope, health, and healing this year. And she had said she had given up hope on her healing from her eating disorder. She'd been struggling for years. And she was going to commit suicide that week. And she came on and joined us and changed her mind and said that it led her to have more hope, health, and healing. So for all of you listening, if you can't attend for some reason, please bless someone with hope, health, and healing. But we really would love for you to come. Now, we got one more special offer, is if you'd like to sponsor someone and come, your price for your ticket will be $44. If you're sponsoring someone for $84, your ticket will be $44. So sponsor someone and come too. So everyone, I'm going to just say to you, I'm so honored and so blessed that you'll be there. And we look forward to you joining us. I'm going to let Lotus say the last words since she's our master of ceremonies. Lotus, lead us off for your last comments.
Wow, I am amazingly thankful and grateful to be among this amazing group of speakers. I challenge each and every one of you. Reach out, connect, get involved with the Hope, Health, and Healing event coming your way in Branson, August 20th through the 22nd. Click the link below, register now. We want to see you there because we are changing lives all around the world. Like I always say, it's time for you to ignite and take flight in every area of your life, especially in the hope, health, and healing area of your life. And look at all these fabulous speakers. We are bringing inspiration to every nation. Why? Because we can, and you can too. We'll see you there in Branson, August 20th to the 22nd. Get your ticket, register today. See you there.